The revelations involving Keir Starmer's team using Lord Alli's Soho townhouse and other properties for election strategy meetings have raised concerns about the transparency and the potential impropriety within Labour. First it's clothes and glasses, then it's other members of the shadow cabinet, then it's the penthouse flat, and now it's the house in Soho. It just seems to be an endless trickle of stories, including one about President Assad, which of course is gleefully told on YouTube by Dan Wootton. Lord Alli, a wealthy businessman and peer, is under scrutiny for lending multiple properties, including a £4 million townhouse in Soho and an £18 million penthouse in Covent Garden to the Labour leadership. These properties were used not only for election strategy meetings, but also as personal accommodation for Starmer and his family during a sensitive time. They were also used to help his son get through his GCSEs. And yet this is the government that thinks we should not be paying for education, that wants to put up, by adding VAT, in the middle of a school year, the price paid by parents who, rather than moving house, rather than borrowing somebody's penthouse, have opted to pay school fees. And some of these parents, despite all the propaganda, despite all the class warfare, have scrimped and saved, have worked very hard to have dedicated their hard-earned money to pay and help their children get through their education. And in some cases, this is about helping children with special needs, in the knowledge that the state schools available cannot deal with these things. And it's not about everybody in the same boat. It's not about people paying for privilege. It's about people simply paying to get the sort of education that their children deserve because the state system is struggling to supply. And the same thing is true with the NHS. The state system is failing. And the state system is failing because of underinvestment, because of an over-reliance on a bureaucracy which is failing, because of methodology which is stuck in the past. Our entire education system needs to be changed. Starmer's team, including key figures like Pat McFadden and Sue Gray, met at these luxurious alley properties regularly, though the exact frequency is disputed. Critics, including former Labour MP Rosie Duffield, have accused Starmer of presiding over a growing culture of sleaze within the Labour Party, similar to the accusations previously levelled at the Conservative Party. And Duffield's resignation, along with her claims that Starmer has a problem with women, and that his inner cabinet, his inner circle is dominated by lads, adds to the mounting pressure on the Labour leader. But is that possibly that this is an accusation that Rosie Duffield is making because she is a woman? And if you look at the makeup of Starmer's inner cabinet, surely it's dominated by powerful women. This accusation is nonsensical, surely. And the issue here is not so much the legality of the arrangements, but the optics. Labour, under Starmer, has aggressively positioned itself as the party of integrity, contrasting itself with Tory sleaze, with the party of Johnson and Truss eras. But of course, this is always dangerous. John Major did it. He stood up and said, this is the party of integrity, and it was brought down by sleaze. But it took time. Look what's happened here. Look how fast the sleaze has emerged. The speed of the sleaze. We cannot doubt that it's sleazy, but the level of sleaze is the level of sleaze that we saw at the end of this current Conservative Party, at the end of the John Major Conservative Party. It's astonishing that the sleaze should emerge so fast, faster than you can put on a Gannick's raincoat. And it's the speed of these revelations. Mere months into the new parliament, mere months after the general election, raises concerns about Labour's ability to maintain the moral high ground. That moral high ground is slipping. It's in sludge, like some sort of scene of disaster from the rings of power. Comparatively, the Conservatives' brand of sleaze, ranging from improper financial dealings to breaches of pandemic rules, ranging from bird houses to Baroness Moan, was deeply entrenched and spanned years, particularly under Boris Johnson's leadership. The difference here is timing. Labour's emerging problems seem premature, considering the party has yet to bed in after the general election. The rapidity of these revelations gives an air of misjudgment, potentially undermining Starmer's credibility, undermining Starmer's leadership. Both parties seem ensnared in the culture of privilege and insider access, but Labour's trouble is more about perception, having staked their claim on a cleaner, more ethical approach to politics. Labour cannot afford these accusations of hypocrisy so soon after their leadership win, so soon after their general election success. This rapid unravelling of public trust damages their brand, especially as the line between ethical governance and the use of private wealth grows ever thinner. But more than that, it risks turning yet another party into insular introspection, into onanistic optics, when it should be looking to the governance of our country, trying to sort out the cost of living, trying to sort out the mess that has been generated by Brexit. Instead, this self-obsession, this greed, this me, this Westminster bubble. Really, there are times when that Westminster bubble simply needs to burst. We need to prick that festering, that canker, as it seems to affect everybody that comes across it, everybody involved. It's not about party. It's about what our parliament seems to breed.